The power of consistency in achieving dreams. In a small village tucked between rolling hills and the red dust of Africa's untamed land, there lived a boy named Chinedu. His name meant God leads, but to many in his village he was just another poor boy destined to follow the same path of endless farming and poverty. Chinedu's father was a farmer who tilled the soil from dawn till dusk, and his mother sold vegetables at the local market. They lived in a mud hut, roofed with rusted zinc sheets that leaked when the rains came. But inside that hut burned something far greater than poverty, a dream. Chinedu wanted to become a doctor. From as early as he could remember, he had watched helplessly as neighbors died from illnesses that could have been cured in a city hospital. His little sister, Adize, had once fallen ill from malaria. His family couldn't afford proper treatment, and by the time they scraped money together for medicine, she was gone. That day, as he wept over his sister's small grave, Chinedu made a vow. "I will not let poverty decide who lives and who dies. I will become a doctor, no matter how long it takes. But dreams are heavy burdens when the world does not believe in you, the weight of poverty." Every morning before school, Chinedu would walk 3 miles to fetch water from the stream. Then he would help his father on the farm before racing barefoot to school, clutching a tattered notebook and a pen that barely wrote. His classmates laughed at his torn uniform, and some teachers dismissed him as a hopeless case. Yet Chinedu had something stronger than talent: consistency. He studied every night under the dim flame of a kerosene lamp. When the lamp ran dry, he studied under the moonlight, tracing formulas in the dirt with a stick. He did this not once, not twice, but every single day. There were days he was tired, days he felt hopeless, days his stomach growled with hunger. But he showed up. He studied. He kept going. And slowly, something began to change. The long road to excellence. At first, his grades were poor. The teacher marked his work with red ink and shook his head. "Chinedu, maybe farming is better for you," the man once said. But Chinedu refused to listen. He remembered something his father told him while planting yams. "A seed does not grow into a tree in a day. You water it little by little every day until it becomes a harvest." So Chinedu treated his dream like that seed. When others played football, he stayed back to read. When his friends laughed at him, he reminded himself of Adize's grave. When he failed, he refused to quit. He simply tried again. Months turned into years. By the time he reached his final year of secondary school, he was no longer the boy with the lowest grades. He had risen slowly but surely to the top of his class. The setbacks. But life does not reward consistency without testing it. The year of his final exams, tragedy struck again. His father fell ill, too weak to work on the farm. Chinedu had to step in, tilling the soil all day and studying late into the night. Sometimes exhaustion defeated him. Sometimes tears blurred his vision as he read. The exam registration fee was another mountain. His family did not have enough. For weeks, he considered giving up. "Maybe this is my destiny," he thought bitterly. But one evening, his mother placed her calloused hands on his shoulders and whispered, "My son, I have seen your consistency. Even if I have to sell every vegetable in this market, you will write that exam. Do not stop now. Dreams belong to those who endure." Her words lit a fire in him. Chinedu wrote the exam. He studied every day consistently until the day of the test. And when the results came, his name was at the very top. The breakthrough. His success earned him a scholarship to study medicine at the university in the city. For the first time, he left the dusty roads of his village and stepped into a world of opportunity. At university, he faced even tougher challenges: fierce competition, endless books, sleepless nights. Many students gave up under the weight. But Chinedu's greatest strength was not brilliance, it was consistency. He showed up to every lecture. He read every night, even when others partied. He failed some tests, but instead of quitting, he studied harder. Slowly, step by step, he climbed again. Years later, when he finally graduated as Dr. Chinedu, he returned to his village. Children gathered to see him. Mothers brought their sick babies. Old men removed their caps in respect. He had become the doctor he once dreamed of, not because he was the most talented, but because he was the most consistent. Standing at his sister's grave, tears ran down his face. "Adize, I kept my promise. I did not stop. I did not give up." Lessons from Chinedu's story. Chinedu's journey teaches us something powerful. Talent is a gift, Bo,